Now, in ladder friction, what happens that what is a ladder? Ladder is a device that is used to ascend or descend a certain height. So, what we do is, in the case of a ladder, there are certain requirements. One, this is your wall, and this is your floor. So, the ladder is placed against the wall and the floor, and you need to either uh, go up or go down. So, we'll be studying the equilibrium of the ladder. So, to study the equilibrium of the ladder, let us say that a ladder has a certain length L. So, you have a certain length L of the ladder, and which is placed at an angle theta against the wall. So, this is your wall, and this is your floor. So, obviously, there is friction between the ladder and the floor. There is also friction between the ladder and the wall. So, you need to understand what are the directions of frictions and how will they act on it. Okay. So if you look at the basic free body diagram of it, the weight of the ladder will be acting exactly at the center. Let us say W is the weight of the ladder, it will be acting at the center of the ladder. Okay. Now the ladder is supported against the wall here. So you will have one reaction, let us say R2 being offered by the wall. It is supported against the floor. So you have another reaction R1 acting in this direction. Okay. Now come to the friction part. Coming to the friction part, how will the ladder slip? So for the ladder to slip, in any case, the ladder will not start moving upwards after it becomes unstable. It slides down. So this is the only possible motion of the ladder where the ladder will slide down due to instability. So when it slides down, this portion will start coming down. So the direction of friction will be mu R2, let us say. So if this comes down, mu R2 will be acting in upward direction. So if this will come down, this will slightly go in the other direction. So again you have mu R1 here. Let us say that a man of weight m is standing at a distance of x from the ground. So you need to write down the equations of static equilibrium for this. Now this is a coplanar non-concurrent force system. This is a coplanar non-concurrent force system. Why? Because you are having distances between all the forces. So you have three equations of static equilibrium now. So if you write down the first equation, sigma fx is equal to 0. So sigma fx, so you have mu r1 minus r2 is equal to 0. This is your first equation. If you write down sigma fy is equal to 0, you have r1 minus w minus m plus mu r2 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. So this is Fy is equal to 0. This is now next is let us take moment. So to take moment, what you are doing, let us take moment about point. Let this be point A. So let us take moment about point A and equate it to 0. So if you take moment about point A, this will be 0, this will be 0 because they lie on the line of action. Okay. Now W. W is the weight of the ladder. It lies at what distance? It lies at a distance L by 2. So the perpendicular distance is L by 2 cos theta. Why L by 2 cos theta? Because W, the distance, the perpendicular distance between W and A is this much. So this is L by 2, this is theta, so this length is W L by 2 cos theta. Now with respect to point A, this is moving in clockwise direction, so it is positive in nature. M lies at a distance of x from the ground, so this is plus M into x cos theta. Because M is at a distance of x cos theta, the perpendicular distance from A for M will be x cos theta. Now R2 into the perpendicular distance for R2 will be how much? This height. So this height is L sin theta. The nature will be anti-clockwise. So this is minus. Okay. Now for this mu R2, this is minus mu R2 into L cos theta. This distance will be L cos theta. So mu R2 into L cos theta is equal to 0. So these are the three equations of ladder friction. Using these three equations, you can find out any three unknowns as and when asked in the problem. So you need to frame these equations and calculate whatever is required or asked in the problem. Now coming to wedge friction. Wedge is a device that is used for lifting or lowering loads. So wedges are generally uh, triangular or trapezoidal in nature, where they are placed in such a manner that they can be used for lifting or lowering loads. So let us take an example that this is a triangular wedge. So this is a load which is placed here. Let us say this angle is theta. Now this is also one specific application. So what happens in this case of wedge is this part is called as your wedge and this is your load. Now as this moves ahead, this load will be lifted upwards. Once you once the wedge starts moving in this direction, you can very well understand that as the wedge starts moving in this direction, okay, if the wedge starts moving in this direction, it will be lifting of loads, and if the wedge starts moving in this direction, it will be lowering of load. So you can use this wedge for lifting and lowering of loads. So these are specific examples. So again, this is a case of a coplanar concurrent force system. This is a case of coplanar concurrent force system. You need to draw the free body diagram and find out any two unknowns, whatever is required. Why any two unknowns? Because for a coplanar concurrent force system, there are two equations of static equilibrium, and to the maximum you can find out two unknowns. So when you have two equations of static equilibrium, that means that two unknowns can be found out. So any two unknowns that are required, you can calculate. So to draw the free body diagram, what you need to understand is there is a contact here. So you the, the weight will be acting downwards. So mm, let us take another. This is your final load. Let us say this is. So you will be given an option whether for it is for lifting or lowering. So let us say that we are going for lifting of the load. So it will be moving in this direction. So if it is moving in this direction, then you need to draw the free body diagram. This will be your load which will be acting downwards. You have a vertical reaction R1 which will be acting from this side. You will be having another reaction will be which will be acting perpendicular to this surface. So you know this surface. So you can calculate. This will be R2. Is the surface reaction offered by the surface. Okay. Now you also, when this is moving inwards, then the coefficient of friction will be in this direction. This will be mu R2. When this is coming in, then you have mu R2 in the opposite direction. So this will be now the free body diagram of the wedge. So using this free body diagram of the wedge, you can calculate any two unknowns which are desired in the problem. So in problems of wedge, what will be given to you is whether it is lifting or lowering. The concept of lifting and lowering will allow you to decide about the direction of frictional force, and you need to show the various reactions and calculate as and when whatever is required. So again, you have a coplanar concurrent system consisting of 1, 2, 3, 4 forces. Any two unknowns, whatever are required, you can calculate. So this is all which is in your friction chapter.